Victor Ogale now, who's been camping at the shores of Lake Nakuru. Victor, who has been camping? Who else, rather, has been camping at the Lake Nakuru? We understand family and friends, they are also waiting for the final word from the search and rescue teams.
Well, part of the people who've been camping here include Jubilee politicians. Remember those that perished in the crash. Most of them were Jubilee Party members, and so you have a high contingent of Nakuru County Jubilee representation from Nakuru County Governor. We also saw former. We also saw that is a member of parliament for Nakuru Town is David Gikaria, and other leaders are here. However, what has happened just like 40 minutes ago, we managed to recover, or rather it was a search party that what basically happened, members of the Fourth Estate decided to perhaps change tact in how we were operating, decided to head towards the other side of the lake after word went around that parts of the plane had been found. And once we left where the initial search base was, Kenya Wildlife Service officers followed suit together with the members of the administration police, and after we got here, just a few meters from where I am standing, we managed to get parts of the ill-fated plane, that including the cargo door, part of the wings, and also the propeller. So that also will give a vital lead in locating, in trying to recover the other part of the plane, and also recovering the bodies. Though since morning, the search party of the Kenya Navy divers, together with the divers from the Kenya Red Cross who came from Naivasha, already staked out into the lake, and they are conducting their search slowly, and they came with sophisticated equipment, nets and what have you. But we are hopeful that perhaps by daybreak today, the bodies will have recovered, or even some of the bodies. But with the direction that the wind is flowing, according to some of the experts, the Kenya Wildlife Service experts that are talking, and the direction that the parts have been found, there is a clear indication that now they can zero in on that particular area, that radius, and dig deep and find those bodies and recover those bodies.
Exercise continues. Yesterday was quite an interesting scene, considering the divers and the needed equipment, and the boats arrived about 7 hours after this incident began, really raising a debate on disaster management and preparedness. Has there been any word from authorities, officials at the Lake Nakuru as to why this may have happened and why they did not have any standby equipment at the scene?
There seems to be some hands-free sort of approach here when it comes to talking to the officials. Remember, yesterday we had the Rift Valley Regional Coordinator Wanyama Musiambo just giving us a brief later in the evening, and that is after we prompted him to do so. That is after the Kenya Navy divers went to the lake, and they came back after 4 hours without finding anything. So as of today morning, he was here together with other high security operators here, but they just want to talk to you. They'll agree to talk to you, but giving you further information, they do not want to. So we are also relying on junior officers who have been vital in sharing information. Others don't want to be quoted. They don't want their faces seen, but they have been crucial in giving us the little information that we are getting, like the parts of the plane that were located here. It was just a tip from one of the junior officers who just told us that we've seen this, and when we came here with our cameras, with our equipment, that is what we managed to get. Another query that is coming up, people are wondering just why this piece, why over all those hours since yesterday. But then again, another question might linger. Why would such a facility, a tourist facility, a well-recognized tourist facility, not even have a single boat located here, either for research purposes, for rescue purposes? And there is word going around that this is like history has been written. This is the first time that people are seeing boats on Lake Nakuru. So those are things that questions need to be looked into by the stakeholders where the party is concerned. And as much as we are not praying for further calamities to come, but this should be a learning ground in future, because any occurrence might happen.
All right, many thanks. Victor Gale continues to camp at the shores of Lake Nakuru as a search and rescue exercise continues. Parts of the plane or the wreckage have been found at the Lake Nakuru, but the bodies of the 5 passengers who were on board are yet to be accounted for. Now, National